I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're off base at all. Kelly and I were discussing this earlier today, actually, that we feel like the shutdown and uncertainty in the market can impact consumers. I think it's more likely to impact like your customers. Like if they're buying carpet cleaning services because they're moving in or out of a place, or they're just thinking about getting the carpets cleaned this year and they could rent a cleaner or they could hire a cleaner or they could just skip it this year or put it off a couple months and they're like feeling the pinch this year. Obviously, people are going to try to save money when they feel like they really need to, when they feel like they have to protect their budget. I think when the economy is really crazy, the stock market just took a bit of a dive recently. I think crypto's down right now. The government's opened again though, so that's good news. There's just like a lot of uncertainty and chaos in the market. I don't like to blame the market for how customers are behaving. Sometimes it feels like a cop-out, especially in my position. Like I never want to tell a client, hey, I couldn't get you good results because of the market. That's not how I want to position myself. There's always something we can do to get customers. But realistically, yeah, it does impact consumer behavior. You can see the mortgage numbers. You can see the consumer debt numbers. People have a rising amount of debt. They're not able to get mortgages right now. They're not willing to move. They're not willing to pay the cost of housing. It's crazy. But the flip side of that is that we've seen a lot of people who are growing their business anyways. And I think the biggest difference is there's folks who hear that, or they see that their business is slowing down and they freak out and they batten down the hatches and they're like, okay, I got to survive this. And then there's other folks, they see their business start to slow down and they think to themselves, that's not what I wanted. That's not the story. That's not how my story goes. I got to do something about this. I got to get out there and talk to customers. I got to call my old customers. I got to fix my website. My SEO must be broke. And they start trying to figure out a way around it. I think a lot of times that's just the biggest difference is like who takes action and who kind of freezes. And I think we're all guilty of doing both sometimes. Sometimes all of us stop and we're like, oh shoot, what do I do? Like, I don't know how to react in this situation. I'm worried about my business slowing down. And then I think all of us here in this room, we're all entrepreneurs. So at one point or another, we've all said, screw it. I'm going to take the risk and do it anyways, right? I'm going to keep going anyways. The economy definitely has an impact. You just have to get creative with it. I'm in a mastermind group, actually. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, how to sell when the market is bad. And what's interesting is like people don't stop buying when the market's bad, but they buy different things. They spend their money in different ways. And if you're an entrepreneur who's starting new businesses all the time, you can take advantage of that. And you could say, okay, when the market's down, I'm going to have this type of business. When the market's up, I'm going to have this type of business. You could be flexible like that. But if you have one business and the market's down, sometimes it's, oh shoot, how do I handle this? What do I do to get my business back up again, or to protect my interests or keep myself from losing money or whatever? It can be kind of stressful, but people are still buying. You just have to figure out what they're buying. My mentor in that mastermind, his name is Perry. The thing that he says to do, and I know folks won't like this, your initial reaction might be gross. I'm not doing that. When the market's down, take a look at what McDonald's and some of these other companies do. They whip out that dollar menu and those dollar menu prices, and they start talking about what's affordable. They start positioning what is affordable on their menu just to get you in the door. It's just like me and Kelly went over there to get some French fries yesterday because it was the afternoon and I was feeling like I needed some McDonald's French fries. They know I'm going to get a big Diet Coke with two.
I thought you were on a diet.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be, right? I was totally off plan yesterday. This is the first time I've had McDonald's in quite a while. But no, this is what they do. They'll get out coupons, they'll get out deals, they'll get out specials. You don't have to cut your prices to the bone. I don't think that's a smart strategy. The game is not when the market's tough, start cutting prices and start playing small and trying to like race to the bottom kind of a deal. That's not what you want. But you can introduce different coupons or different specials smartly in your business to where you're incentivizing your best customers to come back and buy from you. Maybe because you're offering a repeat customer a small coupon to come back and try another service with you. Or maybe you have a new package, some way that you can get people in the door by smartly packaging your cleaning services. If you can do that when the economy is down, you'll stand out, because a lot of other people out there, they won't react at all. The economy will be down. People will be tightening up their spending. Their wallets will be closed up and they'll go, I'm not going to change anything. My pricing is going to stay the same. I'm going to charge the same thing I've always done. I'm not going to do any specials. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. And then their phone doesn't ring and people call. When they do call, they're like, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. And then they go rent a rug doctor, which is terrible, right? They should have just hired you. So I would just get creative, test things out. If you feel like the economy is impacting your business, like your customers are not buying, just try positioning your stuff differently. You don't have to cut prices. You don't have to slash your prices necessarily, but just try positioning it a little differently. Try a different special. Try 2 rooms in a hall instead of 3 rooms. Try a whole home cleaning special for your higher end customers where you bundle together more rooms, more halls, more stairs, maybe throw in protector or something like that. Just get creative with it.